Here we are. Okay, so I'd like to make the practice this morning around the concept of energy, because I know that's something that we would all like to have more of, but it's also a really important concept in yoga. So in a minute, we're going to do a chant. So you might like to just sit if that's comfortable for you. But of course, if you are really tired and you feel it's better to lie down, then that's fine also. So prana is kind of loosely translated as universal life force energy. And it's a really important concept in yoga. And one of the great yogis who was also one of my teachers, Desikachar, he says that he describes a yogi as somebody who has more prana in their body than outside. So prana, or this universal life force energy, is outside us and it's inside us. So it's all about how we take the energy into our bodies. And the biggest and most important way that we bring prana into our bodies is through our breath. So breath is also described as being prana. There are other sources of prana as well, of course. So some of those might include things like food, uplifting people, nature, sunshine, creative ideas like love and joyful expression. But as I just explained, the most important way in yoga that we bring energy into our bodies is through our breath. And that is, you know, the main way which a teacher would generally work to help you to have energy. We have something called, don't worry too much about the Sanskrit, but there's a concept in yoga known as grantis, which always used to make me snigger when I was doing my teacher training because it's quite a funny word, but it means a restriction. And in yoga, it's explained that in all 5 of our energy bodies, and I won't go into what those bodies are at the moment, but we are likely to have restrictions. So for example, we might have tight shoulders, so that might restrict energy flowing around us. Our second body is called the energetic body, or the prana body, which relates to the breath. And if our breath is restricted, then that also means that our energy is not flowing. So this is again one of the reasons why we're working on a longer exhalation and a smooth inhalation in yoga. But also chanting is a really good way of bringing and restoring prana and flow in the body. I'm just checking my notes to see that I've covered kind of the main bits that I wanted to in this introduction. I didn't want to talk too much or to make you tired. But a very important concept of prana is that it's linked to the mind. So it's said that where the mind goes, prana will flow. So in other words, if we're giving our attention to something which is dark and depressing, that's going to make our prana drop. And obviously, if we can focus on things that are nourishing and uplifting, that's also going to help our energy. And I think we're all pretty aware that, sorry, I'm just going to mute you. I think we're all aware that, you know, in the current climate, while it's legitimate to want to know what's going on with the news, every now and again, we want to kind of restrict our focus around all the depressing things that are happening. We don't want to turn on the television every day and see the numbers of people who've died, for example, because that is going to deplete us. So it's about being mindful about where we put our attention, because that's part of it as well. And that's why in a yoga practice, we try to have a nourishing focus. There are 5 types of pranas or energy in yoga. One of them is called apana. And this is considered incredibly important in yoga therapy because it's about detoxification and letting go. And it's said in yoga philosophy that unless you have let go, and this means, it can mean of your food, your elimination, but it also means of your toxic emotions or your toxic thinking, that there's not room for the new prana to come into the body. So it's about cleansing the system first before we restore the prana into the body. So that is related to the exhalation. So generally in yoga therapy, we will ask people we work with, teachers will ask the students to focus on the exhalation. So the focus of the practice this morning is going to be around this letting go and apana, the energy of detoxification, so that we're making space for new clear energy to come in. So if you like to now, if you're sitting, close your eyes. If you're lying, you can also close your eyes. Just sit comfortably and take a moment or two to think about what it is you might like to let go of. What it is in your life that you like to move on from. And then we're going to chant Apana Namaha. So if you like to take your left hand and place it at your heart and your right hand on top. And we'll do this as call and response. So I'll chant first and then you chant back to me. And as always, if you're not comfortable with chanting, you just say it mentally to yourself or you just breathe. So you inhale as I chant. Om Apana Namaha. Om Apana Namaha. Om Apana Namaha. And just sitting quietly for a moment or two with your hands on your heart. And the energy of Apana is associated with the lower part of the body. So you might like to bring your focus to your legs and your pelvis. Bringing your attention to your exhalation. Allowing the mind to become quiet. And then when you're ready, if you're sitting, you can open your eyes and without disturbing the energy of the body too much, please come down for lying in Shavasana, into our relaxation posture. So maybe having a pillow or a block under your head and starting with the knees bent. And just settling yourself, making yourself comfortable and relaxed. And just take a moment to check in with yourself. Really feel your physical presence on the mat or whatever it is you're lying on. Observing how you're feeling now, emotionally, physically, mentally, energetically. So really bringing your awareness to the present moment and you, your body, and how you're feeling, all your sensations. And then you might like to just roll the head from side to side. And wriggle the shoulders away from your ears and maybe roll the shoulders if you like to. And if it's comfortable for you, have the eyes closed, remembering it's useful to have the eyes closed throughout the practice, if that's okay with you, because this is all about the inner journey and you don't need to be looking at your screen unless I direct you to. And also remembering that any suggestion I give is only a suggestion. So whenever you need to rest out, or if something doesn't feel right for you, you don't have to do it. You're just doing what feels right for you this morning. So become aware of the sensation of your back lying on your support. Observing the connection of the tailbone, the heaviness of the tailbone, the heaviness of the head. And the arms a comfortable distance away from the body with the palms turned up. So just feeling the back of the hands on the floor beside you. And then thinking about this energy of apana, the detoxifying energy, we're going to hum the breath out for a few breaths. So when you're ready, inhale through the nose and then just hum the breath out like a bee. So the mouth is closed. You're just humming the breath out through the lips. So inhaling and then a long exhalation. Feeling the vibration in the chest and the throat. And see if you can lengthen the exhalation, but make it comfortable. Nothing should be forced. And as you continue to breathe, just be aware that the prana comes in through nadis. There are said to be 72,000 kind of energy channels which feed our chakra system. But the main two ones are our nostrils. So every time you inhale through your nostrils, you're feeding your chakra system. And then leave the humming now, return to normal breathing, but continue to focus on your exhalation. And then if your knees are bent and you don't have back issues, you might like to slide out one foot then the other to take the legs out straight, having the feet wide apart. And you're just thinking now about breathing through the nose from the diaphragm slowly, but you're focusing on the exhalation. And if you are not comfortable focusing on your breath, just focus on the rise and fall of your belly. Then we're going to do some breath work with the hands. So for this, If your hands happen to be resting on your belly, just take your hands beside you with the palms turned up. And as you breathe in, stretch open the fingers wide, stretching out the palms. And as you exhale, soften the hands. So you inhale and you stretch the palms out wide. You exhale and you soften the palms. And you might like to imagine that the palms of the hands are like flowers, breathing. Inhaling, stretching, exhaling, releasing. Just focusing on the movement of the hands. And if it's comfortable for you, focus on a slightly longer exhalation. And then releasing the hands now. We'll just take some warm-up stretches just to beginning to move and lengthen the body. But again, remembering you can rest out at any time. Just do what feels right for you. So if your legs are out straight, bring the feet together. And then we're going to work with the breath. So inhale, take the arms up behind you. So the backs of the hands touch the floor behind you, but have the arms wide apart, almost as if you were like half a starfish. And if the backs of the hands don't reach the floor, you might like to place a block or a cushion there. And then breathe as you stretch open the arms and the fingers wide. And if your legs are out straight, point the toes away from you and breathe as you stretch. Being aware of the opening in the rib cage. So this is all about opening the heart and the front of the body. So just enjoy opening. And then relax. Take an inhalation. And then on your exhalation, let the palms of the hands, the arms slowly travel back. Down, down until the palms come next to the hips. And then take that once more. So you inhale, you take the arms up behind you, opening them wide like half of a starfish. And this time, flex the feet by pulling the toes towards you, pushing the soles of the feet away from you. Again, breathe. And think about more than stretching. This is more opening. So think again about the ribs opening, the front of the body opening like a flower, breathing as you open. And then relax your stretch. On an inhalation, slowly let the time with that exhalation float back down beside you. So the end of your out breath is as the palms come back to next to the hips. And you want that out breath to be slow. So keep the movement slow. And then repeat that movement once more. And this time, point your feet and then flex them. So just experiment with the feet as you open out the front of the body, pointing and flexing. And remembering that you're inhaling to take the arms behind you. You're breathing as you open up the front of the body. And then the arms come back beside the arms float down beside the body on an exhalation, a slow, smooth exhalation. Thinking of this energy of apana, the letting go energy, the releasing energy. And then if you like to stretch up your arms, so your fingertips are pointing up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other. I'm going to adjust my camera so I'll work with you just in case you're not sure and you need to look up. So you can have the legs out straight together, or if you have back issues, you can have the knees bent. Palms are facing each other, and we're going to inhale and open the arms wide like a cross. And then on the exhalation, we're going to chant the palms back towards each other. No, actually, hold on, I've got that the wrong way round. So let me just say, we're going to start by inhaling, palms facing each other, and then we're going to chant the arms wide apart. So inhale together. Om Apana Namaha. Inhale, the arms float back up towards the ceiling with the fingertips pointing towards the ceiling, palms facing each other, and chant the arms open again. Om Apana Namaha. Inhale, palms face each other again. Om Apana Namaha. Inhale, and take that twice more in your own breathing rhythm, or if that's enough for you, then please rest out. And then give everything a shake. So some teachers call this a dying fly posture. So shake out your arms and shake out your legs. And you might like to bzzz on the exhalation. So really shaking out the arms, shaking out the legs, shaking out any tension you might be holding. And then from this posture, please come to lying on your side with the arms outstretched, one palm in front of the other. And again, I'll work with you in case you're not sure and you need to look up. Otherwise, just follow the instructions from my voice. So palms are together, knees are slightly bent, and you're lying on one side. I'm lying on my left, but it doesn't really matter what side you lie on. And then we're going to think about the hand that's on top, which in my case is my right. And then very slowly, we're going to draw the hands along the inner arm. The top hand comes along the inner arm of the lower hand, lower arm. And it's like we're stroking along the arm, and then we're going to stroke along the chest as we roll onto our back. And then we're opening out to the side. So we're into a twist. So again, look up if you need to. So you feel this beautiful opening around the front of the body. Take a couple of resting breaths here. And then take the hand that's out to the side. So in my case, this is my right arm. And take it to the right side of the chest. And then we're going to stroke along the chest. Stroking down the arm. And then bringing the hands back together. And we'll do that once more. So we're taking the upper hand, we're stroking along the inner arm, moving along the chest, and then opening out to the side. Taking some resting breaths. And then the hand comes back to the chest, strokes along the chest, strokes along the inner arm. And this time, just bring that top hand a little bit further in front of the lower hand so that you're rolling onto your forehead. Into the posture. Taking some resting, restorative breaths. And then we're going to take the lower hand, so it's my left hand, and cradle it under the head. And the top hand comes in front of your waist. So again, look up if you're not sure. And then from this position, we're going to press on the hand, the heel of the hand that's by the waist. We're going to rock ourselves. So close your eyes and just feel very safe and comforted as you rock yourself. And you can make the rocking small little rocks, or you can make larger rocking motions. So just work out what feels most comforting for you. This is all about nurturing and comforting yourself, which is just what we need at this hibernation time of the year. And then stopping, just taking a few resting breaths. Head cradled in the hand, the other hand in front of the waist. Just breathing, nurturing, and restoring ourselves. And then we're going to take this to the other side. So if you like to come and lie on your other side, I'm going to adjust myself so that you can look up again at the screen if you need to. So this time for me, I'm on my right side. So again, the arms are stretched out in front of you, palms facing, touching each other. Knees are bent. You might like to have the eyes closed. And then when you're ready, you're going to take the top hand, stroking it along the inner arm of the lower arm. Stroking it on the chest. And then you're rolling on your back to open out to the side. I'm taking some resting breaths here. Slow resting breaths, focusing on the exhalation. And then take the hand, place it on your chest, and then stroking along the chest again, stroking along the inner arm, bringing the palms together. And just taking some resting breaths. And you can either rest out here, or if you'd like to do that again, start to stroke the top hands along the inner arm, stroking along the chest, and then opening out to the side, feeling the opening as the arms stretch apart, opening in the chest, and taking some breaths. And then when you're ready, hand comes to the chest. Just stroking along the chest, stroking down the arm, bringing the palms together, and again, just bringing that top hand slightly in front of the lower hand, rolling onto your forehead and resting here. Feeling yourself very safe, nurtured, cocooned, adjusting pillows if you need to. And then we're going to take the lower hand and place it under the head. So we're cradling the head, and the upper hand comes in line with the waist. And then if you would like, you can just experiment with slightly rocking yourself. And again, like we did on the other side, you can make your rocking motions small, little movements, or you can make them bigger movements. So just be curious and see what works for you. Just feeling yourself safe, nurtured and nourished. Restoring every cell of the body. Healing the central nervous system. And then pausing, just resting on your side for a moment or two with the eyes closed. And then when you're ready, if you like to come up to a cat posture, and you can either do this from a seat. So if you have you can either do this from sitting or on a seat, or you can do it classically on your hands and knees, depending on how your knees are. So just work out if you need a chair. Or if you're happy to work from the floor. So if you're on the floor, think about having your palms of your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And just experiment to see if you want to take your hands slightly forward, having the fingers wide apart, the middle finger facing forward, backs of the feet, top of the feet flat on the floor, and just think about your points of connection with the earth, the palms of the hands, the knees, and the top of the foot. And if you're working on a chair, from sitting, I'll just show you that we're going to inhale and lift the chest and lift the chin, shoulders come back slightly, and then as we exhale, we take the navel to the spine and we roll the spine down. So you can work from a chair still in cat like this. So when you're ready, working with the breath, if you can, we're going to inhale, lifting up the chin very slightly, but opening through the heart, opening the front of the body. Exhaling, feeling it like a wave traveling down the spine, navel to spine, as we round the spine. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then we're going to incorporate the chant, but only if you'd like to. So next time you exhale, we're going to chant Om Apana Namaha. Inhaling, lifting the heart, slightly lifting the chin. Om Apana just continue in your own breathing rhythm. And then coming back to a neutral cat. From your neutral cat, just think about making space between your tailbone and the crown of the head. So it's almost like you're kind of stretching your bottom just very slightly away from you. And if you're sitting, again, you can make space between the crown of your head and your tailbone. And then we're going to inhale and stretch up our right arm with the palm facing in. And of course, you can do this from sitting as well. Exhaling, the palm comes down. Inhale, lift the left arm up, palm facing in, looking down at the mat. So you're keeping the alignment in the neck. Exhale and lower. And just take this a couple more times to each side, just experimenting and being curious about whether one side feels different from the other, but not making a comparison. It's not a judgment, it's just more like an exploration. So you're keeping your awareness in your physical body. And then come back to neutral cat. And then you can either rest out on your tummy if you'd like, or if you would like to do a little bit more movement, we take that with our legs. So if you're sitting on a chair, you can just lift your right leg. If you're working from four-legged, from table posture, you take the right leg behind you, keeping the pelvis neutral. Bringing the knee back to the mat, working with the breath if we can. So we inhale as we lift the left leg, exhaling and lowering, and taking that once more to each side. And then if you're sitting on a chair, just relax with the eyes closed. If you're in the table cat posture, you can either rest down into pose of a child, and I know for some of you that's quite uncomfortable, in which case just lie on your tummy, have your elbows bent and rest the forehead on the backs of the hands. So just resting out. So when you're ready, we're going to go into our deep relaxation now. So if you need to take a couple of minutes to go to the loo or anything that you need to do, please do so. Otherwise, move your chairs away if you want a chair. And we're going to use blankets, bolsters, cushions, whatever you need to make yourself really warm and cozy. So we're going to start by building a cave. And this cave that you're going to build in your mind can be however you would like it to be. It could be a burrow in the earth covered in warm moss. It could even be an igloo in the snow and ice. It could be maybe a cave on a mountainside, or even beside the sea. And inside your cave, you're going to make it however you would like to make it, so it's warm and cozy. So maybe there's a fire there, which is keeping the whole area warm and snuggly. You might like to imagine that you're lying on a really comfortable, soft mattress, and you are cocooned in soft, velvet, warm coverings or duvet. And you're feeling very comfortable and very safe. Outside your cave, you can hear the wind howling, but you know that you're safe inside. You know that there is snow and ice on the ground. The trees are bare. It's deep, deep winter outside. But inside, you are safe, snuggly and warm. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just here now. And you can stay like this for as long as you like. And you might like to take a deep sigh just to let everything go. Once or twice, breathing through the nose, sighing the breath out through the mouth, really relaxing on that exhalation. And I'm now going to direct your awareness around the body. Just follow my voice with attention if thoughts come to disturb you, or you hear sounds that disturb you. That's fine. Just bring your awareness back to my voice and continue to follow. Focusing on your right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand. Become aware of your palm, the back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the right waist, the right hip, the right thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the right foot, top of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Become aware of the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, the left waist, the left hip, the left thigh, the kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now become aware of the back, the shoulder blades, the middle of the back, the tailbone, the head heavy, lying on your support, the forehead, the right temple, the left temple, the right eyelid, the left eyelid, the eye socket, both eye sockets, whole of the right eye, whole of the left eye, the nose, tip of the nose, the right nostril, the left nostril, sensation of the air in the nostrils coming in and out, the space below the nostril, the upper lip, the lower lip, both lips together, the right cheek, the left cheek, both cheeks, the chin, the right ear, the left ear, the neck, the whole of the head, the upper chest, the rib cage, the whole of the belly, the pelvis, the right thigh, the left thigh, the right knee, the left knee, right calf, left calf, right foot, left foot, right arm, left arm, whole of the torso, both arms together, both legs together, the whole of the body, lying safe and snuggled on the mat, being here now, safe, secure on the mat. Relaxing every cell deeply, Every cell of the body relaxing, letting go deeply. Now become aware of the breath and the movements of the breath in the navel. Just take a moment or two focusing on the navel movements, the navel rising with the inhalation and falling with the exhalation. And we're now going to count back from 20 to 7 to 1 like this. 27, navel rising. 27, navel falling. 26, navel rising. 26, navel falling. 25, navel rising. 25, navel falling. And continue to count backwards to 1. But if you lose count, please go back to 27 and start again. Counting backwards from 27 to 1. If you lose count, please go back to 27. And now leave the count in the navel and bring your awareness to the breath around the nostrils, feeling the breath cool on the inhalation and warm on the exhalation. Just become aware of the sensation and temperature of the breath around the nostrils. And then we're going to count backwards from 27 to 1 like this. 27, cool. 27, warm. 26, cool as you inhale. 26, warm. 25, cool. 25, warm. And so on. So counting backwards from 27 to 1, just focusing on the sensation around the nostril. Leaving the breathing now, just come back to the feeling of your body safe and secure in your cave, knowing that you are stable and secure and non-changing, as winter may be raging outside the cave, maybe the wind is blowing, snow is falling, but you remain the same, warm, stable, secure, never changing. We bring ourselves now to visualization. So as I name, just let your mind focus on the visualization and then move on to the next one. A tree without leaves. A tree without leaves. A snowman. A snowman. Wind blowing through a forest. Wind blowing through a forest. An icy lake. An icy lake. Children skating on the lake. Children skating on the lake. Walking through snow. Walking through snow. Snowflakes falling and the light catching them. Snowflakes falling and the light catching them. A vast snowy plain. A vast snowy plain. Sea crashing in the winter. Sea crashing in the winter with big waves. But beyond the waves, all is calm. Again, feel yourself warm, secure, unchanging, ever present. Knowing that whatever madness is happening in the world, you are safe, secure. The witnessing consciousness, which never changes. Bring your awareness back into your body and just become aware of where you are touching the floor. Feeling the pressure in your head, your lower back, backs of the hands, backs of the thighs, backs of the feet. And just beginning to become aware of any sounds you might be aware of either inside or outside your space, just tuning into those. And if you would like to continue in relaxation, your deep relaxation, you're absolutely welcome. I invite you to remain lying. But if you'd like to begin to carry on with the day, you can very gently move the fingers and the toes. Just begin to awaken the senses by becoming aware of any taste you might have in the mouth, any smells you can hear, any textures under your hands or your feet. And if you'd like to, when you're ready, you might like to stretch a little and then roll to one side. Just taking a moment or two to rest on your side. Just beginning to become aware of the day and your surroundings. Being very aware of your body sensations. And then if you'd like to, please come up to sitting. And we're going to close with a chant. So if you'd like to join me, please take the left hand and place it on your heart, right hand on top. Close your eyes and just take a moment or two, dropping your awareness into your heart space. Being aware of the heart. We're going to chant Om Apana Namaha to our heart 3 times. So closing your eyes, we'll do this together. Take a deep inhalation. Om Apana Namaha. Inhale. Om Apana Namaha. Inhale. Om Apana Namaha. And then with your eyes closed, keep your hands on your hearts. Just allowing the mind to be still, feeling the peace of your own nature. And giving thanks to yourself for making the time to practice today. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, bring your palms together if you're in sitting. Thank you very, very much for being here. Thank you for joining me. Lots of love to you all. Om Shanti and Namaste. Thank you. I know some of you are still lying. I won't unmute you. I'll just say have a wonderful rest of the week. Some of you I might see on Wednesday, but please enjoy the rest of the day. Lots of love to you all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Fiona. Bye.
Bye.